Garda in Doha with some of the stories we're covering here on Al Jazeera. The Pakistani Taliban has claimed responsibility for multiple attacks in the city of Peshawar. The three coordinated blasts appeared to target the U.S. consulate and an intelligence building. Well, the attack came hours after a suicide bomber struck at a political meeting in the Lower Dir district in the country's northwest. 36 people were killed. More than 110 Chinese miners have been pulled alive from a flooded mine in Shanxi province. They'd been trapped underground for more than a week. Survivors say they ate sawdust and strapped themselves to the walls of the mine shaft to avoid drowning while they slept. Officials have hailed the rescue as a miracle. Iraqi security forces are on high alert after Sunday's attacks. It's the bloodiest violence in the city since the election on March the 7th. One of the three car bombs that went off targeted the Iranian embassy. Saina Khodr says some observers claim that the bombs were a message to those who are perceived as meddling in Iraqi affairs.
Following the announcement of the election results, Iraq Shia parties and Iraqi President Jalal Talabani of the Kurdish alliance sent delegations to Tehran. But Iran is not the only country hosting Iraqi leaders, and it's not the only country which wields influence here.
Singapore is a nation of homeowners, largely thanks to a system of government-subsidized housing. But as Laura Kyle reports, the strict rules on ownership also mean that some people fall through the cracks and end up living illegally in tents wherever they can find space.
We can't show you exactly where we are in Singapore because as soon as there's a report about tented communities, the authorities tend to come and raid them. We've been told that since the government got wind of Al Jazeera being here doing a story about homelessness, a number of communities have been raided across the city-state.
Sudan's presidential race is being shunned by most of the opposition parties. But one politician determined to stay the course is Fatima Abdul Mahmoud. She's the first woman to run for president in the nation's history and one of 11 candidates challenging President Omar al-Bashir for the job he's held for 20 years. You can find the latest on all those stories and more at aljazeera.net/English.